Do you optimize your recovery? Fuck recovery. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 172 of our Supersize You annual challenge. And today we are talking about recovery. Let's respect our physical health and well-being. We're working on physical health and well-being all this month. Who knows what this is? Anybody? Anybody? I have this one, and it's actually perfect for today's topic. The topic of how do we recover after we do strenuous physical exercise, and why is that important? Why does it even matter at all? Well, first and foremost, recovery is the time that we get stronger. You know, you might go to the gym and lift weights, which I'm guilty of not doing. I do not do it. With vision challenges and the not allowed to drive anymore aspect of my life, it makes going to the gym a little bit more of a challenge than it used to be. I could walk downtown, but I don't really like working out in crowds. I like to do my own thing. Imagine that. So today we're talking about how do you recover? Because when we push ourselves in business, in life, in relationships, in anything, physical activities and movement, I mean, it's the whole topic of weekend warriors. You go on the weekend, and then you just go back to work where you're sedentary and don't do anything. How's that working out for you? For me, it didn't work out very well. I ended up burnt out, exhausted, maxed out in every area and aspect of my life. I can't think of any area of my life was going super well. I guess my kids were awesome. They always have been there for me. But otherwise, the rest of my life, pretty much out of control. And that resulted in the ultimate challenge, right? The not being here anymore or being here anymore. And I mean, literally living and existing. So recovery is super duper important. I'm going to share 7 tools with you for recovery. I'm going to ask a couple of questions. And in the comments below, I'm going to ask you to share, okay, do you do anything for recovery like me, or do you just run your way right through it? I used to be guilty of doing that. And I would just do something, and I do it both positively and negatively. A bad thing would happen, I would just fix it and run my way through it to the next thing. And I'd never stop to consider the impact it was having on me as a person in different areas and aspects of my life, especially physically, until after my sudden cardiac arrest. Then I considered everything. And then we're going to talk about a couple of tools that you can use to help you with recovery and to remind you to actually do it. So what are some of these tools? I think we established that it's important because it's like sleep. The only time our bodies heal themselves are when we are sleeping. So few people don't know that. And I don't know how we get to be a certain age and we haven't figured that out. If you think about your life and ebbs and flows, if you're doing the lifeline exercise, different times of your life when you got almost no sleep or got a lot of sleep. I think in my teen years, I was pretty good about sleeping. In my college years, terrible about sleeping. I mean, I would go, and then in my first 2+ decades of life in the working world, I was pretty bad about sleep. And it had a definitely profound negative impact on me, my energy, my ability to make good decisions, my ability to make decisions at all, because I wasn't sleeping enough, which is one of the top recovery tools. What are some other recovery tools? If we have sore muscles, or we want to really enhance our workout or whatever it is that we're doing physically, we want to enhance that and carry that over into the different areas and aspects of our life, like our emotions, our thinking clearly, etc. So sleep is one of them, since we just covered that. Another one is massage. We have this great massager upstairs, but I didn't go get it. And then we have, of course, myofascial torture devices. I call this a torture device. I still do. After all the years of having it, I can't remember when I got it. I got it probably pretty soon after my sudden cardiac arrest, because I was doing a lot of physical activity and exercises, different things that I'd never done before. I tried doing it, participating in the gym. I participated in a bunch of health challenges and things. And that was 2 years after my event. So I did that in my box, my ICD, which is an internal cardiac device, actually went off because I was trying to run Indian sprints, they're called. That's just what they're called. I did not make up the name. It's when you run really, really fast and then you walk. Then you run really, really fast and you walk. And my box was not set for running at all. Unless a bear is chasing me, then I will run. So Myofascial activities, foam rollers. We got a whole bunch of different foam rollers in different sizes and firmnesses as well. I personally am not a foam roller fan. I think they hurt, and my muscles don't ever hurt enough that I want to do that. But I'll do it once in a while just to mix things up. Epsom salt baths is probably my favorite way to recover. And then some people follow that with a cold shower. And again, with my ICD, I'm not taking cold showers. I'm not doing cold plunges. I'm not going to do anything that reminds me of being frozen and having my blood filtered and frozen. I'm not going to do that. And then again, it's like everything else. We have to take each situation, each thing, and make it our own, or choose to release it and not use it and not do it. So I'm sharing 7 different things because you get to pick and choose what works for you. So the foam rollers, torture device, I should give it a new name. I might use it if I actually gave it a new name. I just bought it because I thought it looked really cool. And it was one of my, I don't know if I could say it was one of my first online purchases, but it says it's called the Fascia Blaster. I couldn't remember what it was called. So, do you have a fascia blaster? And it actually does work to stimulate and break up that myofascial that locks in a lot of fat and things. I get lazy and forget to use it. Maybe that'll be my action item. Ice, compression, sleep we already mentioned. That's it. That's my quick list of things that you can do and use to help you recover. The most important tool is your memory. Remember to do it. Remember that recovery is important. Remember that it's something we want to do because we want to get the results of all the hard work we're putting in to physically be a better version of ourselves. Make sense? If not, what do? You ask me a question and we'll talk it through. All right, that's all I've got for today. If I can help you in any way, please reach out and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.